Guys, how do you build a bigger chest? Well, as a physique coach, it has to be probably the number one question that I get asked all the time. There's a lot of different components to the questions I get asked, which range from I can't feel my chest, I feel my triceps, I feel my delts. Every time I do a chest exercise, I feel pain in my shoulders. They're all kind of red flags. They're all telling us that something is wrong. And I couldn't cover everything about chest development in one video. So I'm going to pick one. And that number one is the extreme of ranges. Now, the extreme of anything, when you train any muscle group, it's normally going to be weak there. And let's say, for example, you're normally bench press with the 30 kg dumbbells. You're probably going to be able to use the 30 kg dumbbells in the range that you're naturally going to be strongest at. Now, a muscle has a strength curve, and you're naturally weaker, stronger and weaker at the extremes of those ranges. So for the chest, you're going to be weaker here, you're going to be weaker back here, and then you're going to be stronger in this middle range. So if you're naturally stronger in the middle range, that's where people most likely they prefer to train. But if you're lowering the 30 kg dumbbells, and you're not going to the extreme ranges that's available to you, you're missing a very big opportunity to grow. But because you don't want to kind of let your ego get in the way, you continue increasing that load. So the 30 goes to 32, to 35, to 40, and the range that you're training in shortens. Now the range you're training in should still be the same. You should still train through extremes and then contract into the weaker areas. Now, the extremes of the range is going to be weakest. So if I go sideways, the extreme range of a chest press is actually going to be here. This is my what's called active range of movement. This is the range of movement that I have available to me in this range of movement of the bench press. If I drop my elbows, I'm shortening what's called the moment arm, the distance from the axis to the line of force, which is where the weight is. I'm making that a lot shorter. So if I bring this down, I'm trying to make the exercise easier. If I make the exercise easier, I'm minimizing or shortening the amount of contractile fibers that I'm going to be training in my chest. So how do I get a bigger chest? Well, you ensure that you train as much of the muscle fibers available to you. So if you're continually training through a shortened range of movement and you're consciously thinking about always increasing the load in that shortened range of movement, you're not going to get stronger here, and you're certainly not going to get stronger here. So if you're training within this range, there's less fibers involved than training from this range all the way through this range. Would it make sense to use maybe the 20s and extend your elbows out to the side, ensuring the distance from the pivot point of the shoulder joint out to where the force is the greatest and the most amount of challenge on the muscle, and then bring that through a full range and learn to get strong down here and then gradually increase through the ranges of movement? Of course it does. But as I said earlier on in the video, ego gets in the way. So something I want you to go away and try. Forget load for a second. When we're trying to train the chest, the most important thing is the chest muscles themselves. And from here to here, these are the ranges of fibers that you want to train. Drop the load by about 30% that you would normally use in this range here, or in this range with your elbows down by your side, and bring the dumbbell out, keeping the dumbbell just slightly out of the side of your elbow, just slightly, and then bring it across the midline so we get a full stretch and then a full contraction across the midline. The load you'll lift is going to be less, but the amount of muscle fibers you recruit is going to be a hell of a lot more. Therefore, you have more muscle fibers to train, therefore you have more opportunity to grow. Give that tip a go. I 100% know you'll feel it a lot more, and you're going to get a bigger chest as a result. Now, something I want to give you for free. Some of you might know, some of you might not know, that I produced the Cover Model Chest video series. Over 60 videos of content on how to build a bigger chest. And I've given away the workouts for week 1 for free. So all you need to do is give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the page, go to the comment section below this video, click on the link. All you then have to do is to give me your best email address, and I will send you the free workouts for week 1 immediately. So I really hope you enjoyed the content on the YouTube channel today, and I hope you get a lot of value from the free workouts that you're going to get when you fill out the form.